Fishing for largemouth bass. Some essential tips. Fishing for largemouth bass can be an exciting and rewarding experience, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned angler. Here are some essential tips and techniques to help you catch more largemouth bass. 1. Understanding largemouth bass behavior. Habitat. They prefer warm, slow-moving waters with plenty of cover like submerged logs, weed beds, and rock structures. Feeding habits. Bass are ambush predators, often feeding on smaller fish, frogs, crayfish, and insects. Time of day. Early morning and late evening are the best times, as bass are more active in low-light conditions. 2. Best seasons for largemouth bass fishing. Spring. Pre-spawn and spawn periods are excellent times when bass are aggressive and closer to the shallows. Summer. They retreat to deeper, cooler water during the heat of the day but feed actively during early morning and dusk. Fall. Bass become aggressive again, feeding heavily to prepare for winter. Winter. Fishing slows down. Use slower presentations and deeper water techniques. 3. Best lures and baits. Soft plastics. Worms, creature baits, and crawfish imitators, Texas or Carolina rig. Crankbaits. Great for covering water quickly and triggering reaction strikes. Spinnerbaits. Effective in murky water and around structure. Topwater baits. Frogs, poppers, and buzzbaits are excellent for early mornings and evenings. Live bait. Minnows, night crawlers, or shiners work well if artificial lures aren't getting bites. 4. Fishing techniques. Casting and retrieving. Use different speeds and pauses to trigger strikes. Flipping and pitching. Effective for fishing heavy cover and precise placement. Drop shotting. A finesse technique for deeper water or pressured fish. Jigging. Great for enticing bass hiding in structure like rocks and fallen timber. 5. Essential gear. Rod. A medium-heavy rod with fast action for versatility. Reel. A baitcasting reel for precision or a spinning reel for finesse applications. Line. 12 to 20 pounds fluorocarbon for clear water, braided line for heavy cover. Six. Tips for success. Locate structure. Bass love hiding around docks, submerged trees, and weed edges. Stay quiet. Bass can be easily spooked in shallow water. Weather awareness. Overcast days can lead to more aggressive feeding. Sunny days might push them deeper. 7. Catch and release tips. Handle with care. Wet your hands before touching the fish to protect its slime coat. Use barbless hooks. Easier to remove and less harmful. Proper release. Support the bass in the water until it swims away. Largemouth bass overview. Scientific name. Micropterus samoides. Family. Centrarchidae, sunfish family, native range. North America, widely introduced globally, preferred habitat. Freshwater lakes, ponds, rivers, and reservoirs with abundant vegetation and structure for cover. Physical characteristics. Size. Typically 12 to 24 inches, 30 to 60 centimeters, can exceed 10 pounds, 4.5 kilograms. Coloration. Greenish body with dark lateral stripe, lighter belly. Mouth. Large mouth extending past the eye, adapted for ambushing prey. Lifespan. 10 to 16 years in the wild, depending on environmental factors. Diet. Opportunistic predators, feeding on small fish, bluegill, shad, crustaceans, crawfish, amphibians, frogs, insects, and even small mammals or birds in rare cases. Behavior. Aggressive predators. Ambush feeders, using cover such as submerged logs, weeds, and docks. Solitary or schooling. Tend to be territorial, especially larger bass. Activity. Most active during dawn and dusk, crepuscular feeders, spawning season. Spring, water temperatures around 60 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 to 24 degrees Celsius. Males create and guard nests in shallow waters. Fishing techniques. 1. Lures commonly used. Soft plastics, worms, craws, swim baits, crankbaits, spinnerbaits, topwater lures, frogs, poppers. 2. Techniques. Flipping and pitching near cover. Drop shotting for deep water. Jigging in heavy vegetation. Topwater fishing early morning or late evening. 3. Best seasons to catch. Spring, spawning. Aggressive behavior. Fall. Feeding before winter, early morning or evening during summer. Conservation status. Generally stable populations, but habitat loss and overfishing can affect local populations. Regulations often include size and bag limits to sustain healthy populations. Largemouth bass are one of the most popular sport fish in North America, prized for their fight, adaptability, and the challenge they present to anglers. Gear and equipment to catch largemouth bass. Catching largemouth bass requires the right gear and equipment to increase your chances of success. Here's a breakdown of essential items you'll need. 1. Rods and reels. Rod type. Spinning rods. Great for beginners and finesse fishing techniques. Bait casting rods. Preferred by experienced anglers for precision and power when using heavier lures. 1. Rods and reels. Length. 6 feet 6 inches to 7 feet 6 inches for versatility. Power. Medium to medium heavy for most situations. Action. Fast action for better sensitivity and hook sets. Reel type. Spinning reels. Easier to use and good for lighter lures. Bait casting reels. More accurate and allows for heavier lures, lines, but requires practice to avoid backlashes. Two. Fishing line. Monofilament. Good for beginners, stretches and floats. Fluorocarbon. Less visible underwater, great for clear water and finesse techniques. Braided line. Strong and sensitive, ideal for fishing heavy cover. Suggested strength. 10 to 20 pounds for monofilament, fluorocarbon, 30 to 50 pounds for braid. 3. Lures and baits. Soft plastics. Worms, creature baits, and swim baits in natural colors like green pumpkin or black, blue. Crankbaits. Lipless and diving crankbaits for covering water quickly. Spinnerbaits. Great for murky water and attracting reaction strikes. Topwater lures. Frogs, poppers, and buzzbaits for early morning and late evening bites. Jigs. Excellent for flipping and pitching in cover. Live bait. Night crawlers, minnows, or crayfish can be effective, especially in pressured waters. 4. Terminal tackle, hooks. Wide gap hooks, 2/0 to 5/0, for soft plastics. Weights. Bullet weights for Texas rigs, drop shot weights for finesse fishing. Swivels and snaps, to prevent line twist and quickly change lures. Bobbers, floats. Useful for live bait fishing. 5. Essential accessories. Tackle box or bag. To organize your lures and tackle. Fishing pliers. For removing hooks and cutting line. Fish finder. Useful for locating base in deeper water. Landing net. Helps safely land larger base. Polarized sunglasses. Reduces glare and helps see underwater structures. Scale and measuring tape. To track your catches accurately. 6. Boat or kayak, optional. If fishing larger lakes, a base boat or kayak with a trolling motor can help cover more water efficiently. 7. Apparel, fishing gloves. Protect hands from fish handling and line cuts. UV protective clothing. Helps with sun exposure during long hours on the water. Waterproof boots or waders. Useful for shore fishing in marshy areas. By having the right combination of these gear items, you'll be well prepared for targeting largemouth bass in various conditions and habitats. Best places to find largemouth bass. Largemouth bass can be found in a variety of freshwater environments across North America. The best places to target them typically offer a combination of cover, structure, and abundant forage. Here are some prime locations to find largemouth bass. 1. Lakes and reservoirs. Top spots: Lake Fork, Texas; Lake Okeechobee, Florida; Toledo Bend Reservoir, Texas; Louisiana; Guntersville Lake, Alabama; Clear Lake, California. Best areas: shallow coves with vegetation, points and drop-offs, submerged timber and brush piles, docks and artificial structures. 2. Rivers and river backwaters. Largemouth bass prefer slower-moving areas of rivers with cover like oxbows and sloughs, weedy shorelines and overhanging trees, rocky ledges and current breaks, backwater pools with minimal flow. 3. Ponds and small lakes. Smaller bodies of water often hold big bass, especially if they have aquatic vegetation like lily pads and hydrilla, fallen trees and submerged logs, gradual depth changes and feeding flats. 4. Swamps and marshes. Thick weedy areas such as Everglades, Florida; Santee Cooper, South Carolina. Cypress-studded backwaters. Best around emergent vegetation like cattails, reeds, and hydrilla. 5. Reservoir tailwaters. Below dam spillways and discharge areas can hold largemouth bass, particularly where water temperature is stable, baitfish are abundant, there are eddies and slack water zones. Seasonal considerations: spring, pre-spawn and spawn, shallow flats, protected coves, and spawning beds. Summer: deeper structures, shaded areas, and thick vegetation. Fall: baitfish schools in creeks and transition zones. Winter: deeper water near ledges and drop-offs. Additional tips: use fish finders to locate submerged structures. Pay attention to water temperature and clarity. Try different techniques like top water in the early morning and deep diving crankbaits during the day. How to cook largemouth bass. Cooking largemouth bass can be a delicious way to enjoy your catch. The fish has a mild, slightly sweet flavor and a firm, flaky texture, making it versatile for various cooking methods. Here are a few popular ways to cook largemouth bass. 1. Pan-fried largemouth bass. Ingredients: 2 largemouth bass fillets, 1 cup flour, or cornmeal, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, half a teaspoon paprika, optional, half a teaspoon garlic powder, 1 egg, beaten, 2 tablespoons milk, 3 tablespoons butter or oil, for frying, lemon wedges, for serving. Instructions. 1. In a shallow dish, mix flour, or cornmeal, salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic powder. 2. In another dish, beat the egg and mix it with milk. 3. Dip each fillet into the egg mixture, then coat it with the flour mixture. 4. Heat butter or oil in a skillet over medium heat. 5. Fry fillets for about 3 to 4 minutes per side, or until golden brown and crispy. 6. Serve hot with lemon wedges. Two. Grilled largemouth bass. Ingredients: 2 whole largemouth bass, scaled and gutted, 2 tablespoons olive oil, 2 cloves garlic, minced, 1 lemon, sliced, 1 teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon black pepper, 1 teaspoon dried thyme or fresh herbs, aluminum foil, if needed. Instructions. 1. Preheat the grill to medium heat. 2. Rub the fish inside and out with olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, and thyme. 3. Stuff the cavity with lemon slices and herbs. 4. Grill directly on the grates or wrap in foil to prevent sticking. 5. Cook for about 4 to 5 minutes per side until the fish flakes easily with a fork. 6. Serve with a side of grilled vegetables or rice. Three. Baked largemouth bass. Ingredients: 2 largemouth bass fillets, 2 tablespoons butter, melted, 1 lemon, juiced, 1 teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon black pepper, half a teaspoon paprika, 2 cloves garlic, minced, fresh parsley, for garnish. Instructions. 1. Preheat oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. 2. Place fillets in a greased baking dish. 3. Mix melted butter, lemon juice, salt, pepper, paprika, and garlic. 4. Pour the mixture over the fillets. 5. Bake for 15 to 20 minutes or until the fish flakes easily. 6. Garnish with fresh parsley and serve with a side of roasted potatoes or salad. 4. Largemouth bass tacos. Ingredients. 2 largemouth bass fillets, cut into strips. 1 teaspoon chili powder, half a teaspoon cumin, half a teaspoon garlic powder, half a teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon olive oil, 8 small corn tortillas, 1 cup shredded cabbage, 1/2 cup salsa or pico de gallo, 1/4 cup sour cream or Greek yogurt, lime wedges, for serving. Instructions. 1. Season the fish with chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, and salt. 2. Heat olive oil in a pan and cook the fish for 3 to 4 minutes per side until flaky. 3. Warm tortillas and fill them with the cooked fish. 4. Top with shredded cabbage, salsa, and sour cream. 5. Serve with lime wedges. Subscribe, share, like, and hit that notification bell. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your fishing friends and associates. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell for more information on fishing, nature, and other content every day, week, month, and year. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the current information. Thank you for watching.